The Judicial Service Commission is interviewing candidates this morning for High Court positions in the Northwest, Gauteng and the Eastern Cape. Yesterday, 5 candidates were interviewed for 2 positions in the Constitutional Court. Malungelo Booi joining us live from Sandton, where these interviews are taking place. Malu, good morning to you. Let me quickly correct myself. There are 4 candidates actually interviewed yesterday as part of those that could potentially fill the 2 vacant posts at the Constitutional Court. Today, it's the turn of those that are going to occupy divisions in various courts around the country. So who's been interviewed thus far?
Well, Kole, so far, or currently, the person who's being interviewed is Judge Ronnie Hendricks. He's the Deputy Judge President in the Northwest. He's vying for the position of Judge President in that province. Let me remind you then, Kole, who this man is. This is a man who's got 18 years experience as a judge, and some of the cases, Kole, that he has presided on. You would remember the case of Francis Ratsuche, a police officer who went missing in near Pretoria in 2004, and her remains were later found, and it was her boyfriend William Kuna who was actually sentenced to life in prison. Well, the person or the judge who presided over that particular case is actually Ronnie Hendricks, but he also, Kole, in 2016-17 presided over the Colini Sunflower murder case. You'd also remember that of a 15-year-old boy who was killed by 2 white men in Colini. That incident actually caused widespread protest in that northwest town at that time, and 2 men were actually convicted to 18 and 23 years in prison, but those 2 men subsequently appealed that ruling. Well, he's also the judge who presided over that particular case. He's being asked about a litany of issues, and one of the questions he's being asked is how he would ensure transformation in the bench and make sure that more women, more black women are actually called to the bench in the Northwest. He says part of what he wants to do, in fact, is to mentor young black lawyers and advocates and ensure that ultimately those black young advocates are actually called into the bench. He's also spoken about some of the challenges that they have in the Northwest. The issue of infrastructure, for example, is one of the things that he's spoken about. But he's also spoke about how small, though, the judges are in the High Court division. He spoke about that the division having 6 judges, and saying that that's something that government needs to look into, because saying that the Northwest is vast, and that the number of cases that they are dealing with are also many because of the vastness of the area, saying that they would need to have more judges to be able to deal with the many cases that they continue to deal with in the Northwest. Kole?
Senior reporter Malungelo Booi, thank you very much. We'll leave it there for the moment on those JSC interviews.